All right, I conducted a little bit of an interview with Tanner, the lead singer of You Blew It. You Blew It's a band in the pop punk scene right now. They're really getting big, and I really, really like them a lot. They're from Orlando, and they're also been described as Twinkle Daddy music. That's enough of an intro, I think. And I'll cut right to the interview right now. I hope you guys really enjoy it. Hey, Tanner, how's it going?
It's going all right. Kind of hot and like pretty shitty in Florida right now, but besides that, it's okay.
Well, it's kind of humid and pretty shitty in New York, so not too much different.
Oh, cool. We're the same.
Yeah, equally great lives we're living.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start off with some background information about the band. How did You Blew It come together as a band?
Long story, but I'll try to shorten it up. Pretty much, I moved up to college with my friend Tim, who plays drums, and pretty much we just got bored one day. Started this band, just started messing around with this kid Matt. Got some songs together, recorded his first demo in 2009. He had to leave because he was in this other band called No Harm Done. And then Trevor and David joined. We wrote the past and present, and they had to leave because they grew up and got real jobs. And then now it's myself, Tim Flynn on drums, Andy on guitar, Nick on bass, and we really like bad food.
Who doesn't like bad food? I was actually going to ask you your favorite food later in the interview, but I'm just going to ask it right now out of place. What is your favorite food?
Well, I'm answering on the band's behalf. It's probably, and this is incredibly embarrassing to say, but we all really like Golden Corral.
Oh.
I know, I'm sorry.
I mean, I think the only Golden Corrals I've ever been to have been on highway truck stops, but
Yeah.
their French fries are pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Like, I mean, we do like it, but I feel like a lot of it has to do with just the novelty of stuffing this terrible food in your face for, what is it, like $10 or whatever.
That's actually how I feel about Long John Silver's, so we're in the same ballpark.
Cool.
So going back to the band, I mean, you have said that you've been in it from the start, so you're actually the perfect person to ask for this question. What was some of the musical influences that are behind You Blew It? What inspires you guys when you're songwriting?
Ooh, that's a good question because Tim and I listen to surprisingly different music. Like Tim really loves Minus the Bear. I love Minus the Bear too, but Tim really likes, and he'd hate if I told you this, he loves like pop punk metal. He loves like metal stuff, and I really like stuff like Get Up Kid, Pedro the Lion, Save the Day. So like, I don't know if it comes through, but we go very much for that sound. I think like the late '90s, like Get Up Kids, mainly Get Up Kids, stuff like that. Just stuff we love to listen to throughout high school.
That's really cool. I mean, I could definitely see that in your music. Just it's a sort of a throwback. When I look up what type of music you guys play, it always comes up that you guys are Twinkle Daddy music, which is like a genre that I think just was made up by someone with too much spare time. But how do you feel about that description of your music?
I don't know if you know the band The World is a Beautiful Place, and I'm No Longer Afraid to Die. This guy, Greg, in that band, he is actually the genesis of that term, Twinkle Daddies. Top Shelf Records used to have this blog, like, not a blog, a board, like a message board. And it originated on there, and then it was just this whole grassroots idea of, like, wouldn't it be hilarious if we got this term popular and, like, used as an actual genre? And so Greg formed the Last FM, username called Twinkle Daddy, and he just started going through all these, like, iconic, like, revival emo bands and tagging them as Twinkle Daddy, and then Last FM caught on and actually banned him from the site.
Wow, that's like mystery solved. I saw it on Absolute Punk, and they sort of didn't allude to that at all. They just said, like, oh, this came about, and it's new, and it's a cool type of music. Like,
yeah, maybe it's a secret, and maybe I shouldn't have said that, but...
No, it's a cool secret either way.
Yeah.
I was going to say, one thing that I really like about your guys' band and just all the stuff that you put out, like your Tumblr, your Facebook, is that you have fun with everything and just mess around, joke around. even the name of your band, You Blew It, is just, before I even knew your music, I was already interested just because I got the reference. So, like, is that something you guys just have always been? Is that just your personalities, or was that, like, part of your idea behind the band, just to have a good time with it?
I guess kind of both. Just because, like, I don't know, like, we're totally normal dudes, and it's like, we like making fart jokes and stuff like that, but, we've always said from the start of this band that once it's not fun anymore, once it's business and not pleasure, then we're gonna quit, because that's what this should be. That's what music should be. It should just be fun and, like, organic and just four friends hanging out, and that's pretty much all we like to do.
That's really, really cool, man. You guys have actually just been on a real long tour throughout June and July, basically across the whole United States. How was that?
It was sweaty as fuck. Our band doesn't have AC, and we pretty much followed that big heat wave around the country. So it was interesting, but it was awesome. It was super eye-opening.
Yeah, every band that I've talked to that's toured this last summer has just said it's miserable, especially bands that have to tour by van. It was just brutal.
Right, yeah. I mean, in some aspects, miserable would be a good word to describe it. But, I mean, overall, like, if you asked me to go on a 36-day tour again tomorrow, I'd definitely do it.
Yeah. What would you...
I love the guys in my band and all that junk.
Well, yeah. I mean, you love it, or else you wouldn't do it, like you just said.
Exactly.
So, what were some of your favorite cities to stop and play in during the tour?
Oh, actually, I kind of anticipated you asking this.
Oh.
And I was thinking about it in the car, and actually, it's hard to say. We really like every city in Canada we played. We liked Montreal, Toronto, and this place called Kitchener. And obviously, we always loved playing, like, Boston, Massachusetts, and, like, Bloomington, Indiana is great. Austin, Texas is great. I feel like those were the ones that jumped out to us. So those, Chicago, definitely. So those are the top ones for sure.
Wow, yeah. All those cities are really known for their music scenes, so not really a huge surprise there. I mean, I wish you would throw Jersey in there, but it's okay.
We're actually trying to get there in December. I mean, that's kind of the lowdown. Like, I can't say much about that yet, but we're trying to get there in December because we've never played there at all, and we really want to get there.
Well, if you come out, then I'll make sure to gather up the crowds.
Sweet, thanks, man.
Talking about the states, you guys come from Florida, and that's a state with an insane music scene. So many great, like, pop punk and hardcore bands have been coming out of there recently. I haven't really been able to go down there very much, kind of far from where I live, but what's it like playing in that type of a scene, and why do you think Florida has just become such like a bastion of, like, great music?
It's hard to say. It's cool living here. Like, it's really great living here because a lot of bands come through. A lot of bands that we really love, like in the mid-level club level, I guess. But it's kind of weird living here because the music scene is great, but being a band from here and touring in Florida, not a lot of kids actually care about that. They mostly care about, like, the bands coming in from out of town, which is great. Like, they wouldn't trade that for the world, but actually being a band in Florida is kind of tough, especially with our genre, because we're playing with like metal bands and stuff. It shows that we just don't necessarily fit on. But regardless, I still love the state, and I feel like I kind of got off track. What was the second part of the question?
Just like why Florida to become such like
right. I think it has a lot to do with where it's located. I know it's kind of a cop-out answer, but I know, like, back in the heyday, like, New Jersey was, like, a mecca for music, like, Save the Day, like, Thursday.
Yep.
Early November, bands like that were coming out of there, and I think it has a lot to do with location. Like, touring from Florida up the East Coast, it's very, very easy. Like, there's a lot of really good cities you can stop in, and same thing with New Jersey. Like, coming down from New Jersey, it's kind of just the opposite of Florida. And I feel like that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And going back to the first part of your answer, I didn't really ever think about that, but for you guys, that's a lot of competition coming out of Florida. So, I mean, as great as it is for you guys to see all these bands, it's also, those are the same bands you're competing against for ticket sales and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. It's some of it's competition. competition, some of it's just like friendly hanging out, like putting shows together. But yeah, Florida, for Florida bands, Florida is kind of a dead state, and I know that sounds mean, but it's just like, I mean, when you think about it, if there was a band touring your state that you saw all the time,
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't necessarily go out to those shows all the time. So it's just like, it's just coincidence, I guess.
That's tough, yeah. That's why bands like the old school New Jersey bands like only play maybe 2 or 3 times in Jersey just so they can get those kind of crowds.
Yeah, exactly.
Same kind of deal. Going back to Florida concerts, though, you guys have been announced to play in the upcoming Fest 11, which is a concert that I've always wanted to go to my entire life. It's just basically a lineup of everyone in the scene, really. Are you guys excited to be playing the Fest? I don't know if you've ever played it before, but...
Oh, absolutely excited. It actually went for the first time last year, and that's kind of embarrassing to say, since it's pretty much my backyard. But everyone always says when you're about to go to the Fest, they say Fest is the greatest time of the year. It's like Christmas. It's the best time you're going to have. And going there, I thought, like, what's impossible? Like, they're building this up. Like, I'm going to be let down, and it's just impossible. Like, Fest is such an amazing, amazing thing. You see friends from all over the country. You see bands from all over the country. And to have the honor to play that is just mind-blowing. Like, I'm so happy to play it.
Yeah, I think it's really going to be a great time, and I would love to get down there. I don't know about this year, but at least in the future. So, yeah, take advantage of that. It's going to be a great time, from what I hear. Everyone, like,
I highly recommend it.
We hear rumors of it up in the Northeast. Like, there's a mystical concert.
Yeah, the mystical Fest.
Yeah, exactly. And it's tough to find on the internet because Fest is the worst name for a music festival ever.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have the same problem.
And it's Fest 11 in 2012, so you always feel like you're 1 year behind.
Oh, I never thought of that, but yeah, that's totally true.
Yeah, I know, man. I was just looking up at the lineup, and I was like, wait, this is last year's, and it was like 20 minutes of my life wasted. I just have now a few less serious questions for you. Your most recent album, Grow Up Dude, the cover of that album, for some reason, sticks in my head, and whenever I see it, I'm like, what the hell is going on with this? Where did that picture come from, and how did that end up being the cover of your album?
That's actually the football player is my dad, and the other guy is my grandpa.
What?
Yeah. It was like probably like December, and we were finishing up the record, and Tim and I were just going through photos like that my mom had laying around, and just around this time, Top Shelf was asking us for like cover art ideas and stuff like that, and they're like, "Fuck, like we have no idea what we want to do because we're the worst with that kind of stuff." Like, one, we're horrible with titles. 2, we're horrible with cover art and stuff like that. And then we're just going through these photos, and then it just clicked. Like, both of us just looked at each other, and it was like this weird moment where like this looks like how we want the album to look like. And so we had to ask my dad if we could use his photo for the record. My dad's he's very like stoic guy. Like he's a super nice guy, and like he has emotions, but he doesn't like to show them. So we ended up asking him, and he just gave us the whole nod and like kind of handshake thing. But I'd like to think he was pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a memorable cover, and it's just such an image that it stands out from everything else. Every other album has a picture of a squid or a spaceship or something, and you guys just have a random picture of a dad and his son. Healthy family.
Yeah, exactly.
So, some other questions I have. What would be your favorite movie or TV show right now?
TV show, definitely Breaking Bad.
Everybody loves Breaking Bad today.
For sure. I just caught up on that for the past week and a half. So, really into that right now. As far as movies go, shit, that's a tough question. I haven't been to the movies in like a year and a half. I still haven't even seen Men in Black 3.
Me neither.
Yeah, oh shit.
Troubled Lives.
What? I don't know, Three Men and a Baby isn't a movie, is it? That's a
I think it is. I don't know. Well, that's going to be your favorite movie now.
I'm just gonna say Face Off. Face Off is my favorite movie right now.
Wow, all right, I'll take that. Yeah, I've been hearing from a lot of different bands that I talk to that it's when you're on tour and stuff, you just lose track of all TV, all movies and stuff, and then when people come home, it's just catch up time.
Yeah, that's tour.
Yeah, I bet it's not the easiest of experiences, but
Yeah, culture is tough on tour.
yeah. So about touring and playing shows, if you could play with any band, past or present, who would it be?
Oh God, you had to ask that question.
Yeah, everybody asks this question. I might as well join in.
The first band that popped into my head was Brave because I'm listening to that. I was listening to them right before you called.
Oh wow! All right.
But Insane Clown Posse.
What?
Insane Clown Posse.
Oh my God, that would be a very interesting show. Talking about playing shows where you don't exactly fit in. That would.
Yeah. And the Fago.
Oh
I
God.
how to shoot Fago. I'd love to shoot that Fago gun.
Oh my God, yeah. Me and my co-host Mike were talking about on a previous episode how we have to go to Gathering of the Juggalos just because it seems to be the strangest experience.
Dudes on the stilts.
Yeah, and just like weird soda brands and just like crazy white trash people.
yeah. We've been tweeting at them to let us get on the Gathering, but they haven't responded.
Not quite yet. I'll retweet a few of them and.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
I'll use my Clown Posse sway to move it.
Yeah, use that swag.
All right, so coming up for the future of You Blew It, you guys are doing a split with Into It Over It, Misser, and State Lines, all really great bands in the scene right now. How did this come about, and will there be any new music from you guys on the split, or?
The split's coming out, I think pre-orders go up on Sunday. Only 50 of them go up for pre-order. The rest are going to be a fest, I think, out of 250. Actually, we're only putting I'm Gonna Pack in, which is a song from Grow Up Too.
Mm-hmm.
The split itself is what's it called? A benefit split for cystic fibrosis charity. Pretty much all the proceeds are going to go towards that. So yeah, we just this guy Mike asked us to be on it, and he told us his whole spiel, like how most of the money is going to go to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and one of our friends actually has cystic fibrosis, so we're pretty stoked that he asked us to be a part of this because it's something we pretty much love to be a part of.
Yeah, that sounds really cool, and you're doing good things, so that's definitely some good karma for you guys.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, a final question. What else is coming up in the future for You Blew It? Do you guys have any plans in the extended future past the upcoming concerts?
Yeah, actually, we're planning a winter tour right now. We're all in school, so we have to kind of go off breaks, like pretty much tour summer and winter, and we're planning for winter right now. Right now we're writing, and we actually have another split after this one lined up that can't really talk about yet, but it's pretty fucking cool. Like, I'm pretty happy about it.
Oh, man, that's real sweet. I'm really looking forward to it. And thanks for staying dedicated to the band while you're at school, man. I'm doing basically the same thing, so it's a tough life, I know.
Yeah, definitely tough, but it's hard to call it work when it's something you love.
Exactly, right? It's like it's our break from work is working on something else.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, that's pretty much all the questions I have for you today, Tanner. Thanks for talking to me.
Thanks, Ashton.
All right, once again, that was Tanner from You Blew It. We talked about a lot of cool stuff, and I hope you guys really liked the interview. You can pick up their album, Grow Up Dude, and their previous album, In Past and Present, on their Bandcamp page. You can also pick up their new split they have coming out with Into It Over It, State Lines, and Misser on their Tumblr and their Facebook. I think there are links to pre-order some of those copies before they head off to Fest, the Mystical Fest, and perform some pop-punk music. So I really hope you like the show, and I hope that you check out our future interviews and follow us on Twitter at GetAlternative, because it's what all the cool kids are doing, I promise. So peace, guys, and I'll see you next time.